ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
FoundationFlow is a comprehensive software and orchestration platform for enterprise generative AI applications. To know more information about FoundationFlow and its services, we will host now Mr. Thaha, the CEO of FoundationFlow, so stay tuned.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the rulers and the visionaries of UAE for creating such a welcoming environment for entrepreneurs and startups like us.
Welcome, dear audience, to our favorite program, which highlight the remarkable journeys of the successful individuals here in the UAE. And today from Dubai, we are highlighting a new successful story with Mr. Thaha, the CEO of FoundationFlow. Welcome, Mr. We are pleased to host you today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. First, Mr., could you tell us about yourself and the significant milestones you've achieved to present you to everyone?
Well, I've had a very interesting journey. I started my career as a software engineer, and then post that I went into doing a business degree. And after that, I had a series of different startups that I built. My first startup was actually in the social media monitoring product space, which we sold about 3 years into the business. And I've always been fascinated about how technology can help humanity. And that has been my core journey, and that has been my passion. And so FoundationFlow actually came about as a realization that enterprises really needed to use AI to solve a lot of problems that they're facing today. And AI is no longer just a fad, it's a reality. And unless we embrace that, we will be obsolete. And so that's what FoundationFlow really came about. Some of the challenges that I came about while traversing this journey was obviously going through different market challenges. Like I came through the financial crisis of 2008, 2009, and that is exactly when I was actually doing my business degree. So actually that catapulted me into solving some other challenges and facing how the market changes as well. So it's been a very interesting journey. So today where we are is we are a product which is actually helping some mid to large enterprises overcome some of these big problems.
So, Mr., what about the individuals that helped you achieve some of these challenges?
So I've been blessed to have a lot of people who have actually helped me throughout various stages of my journey. So I've had mentors who are from the community. Obviously, my family has been a big supporter of going through the entrepreneurial journey, which is very hard. And obviously my friends. But I don't want to take out specific names. There are so many people in my journey that have helped me, but notably people from the industry, veterans who are my advisors on my board of companies as well, have actually helped me through the journey.
So, Mr., now could you tell us more about FoundationFlow and what's its core mission?
So the core mission of FoundationFlow is to actually help enterprises manage their AI workloads. So today, if you think about all of the things that are happening in the AI space, be it OpenAI's ChatGPT or other models, these are very expensive models to actually run. And that's a huge cost burden on these companies. And if you think about financial service institutions or the healthcare organizations, they care a lot about their data. They wouldn't be comfortable sharing their data over an API. And so these were some of the challenges which we wanted to tackle, making it easy for enterprises to build their own AI workflows and manage these workflows efficiently, reducing costs almost 55x. So that's really the core purpose of what we're trying to do. In a nutshell, we are truly democratizing what AI means for enterprises at large. And it's no longer an option today because, everything is being automated. And you're seeing a lot of agents come out today, and that's really what we want to help companies take over.
What was the inspiration behind founding FoundationFlow?
So back in 2022, we were working with transformer model. This is the pre-Chat GPT era. Yes. And we were trying to build some of these own custom models ourselves. And it became a huge challenge because, like I said, challenge in finding good talent and cost of running these models became extremely high. And so we wanted to solve these problems for ourselves first. And then we realized these are the same problems that enterprises will face. So when we build these tools, we realized there's a bigger market for these enterprises. And so we started working with a couple of large enterprises. In fact, we are an Intel accelerated design partner. So Intel is our design partner, and actually we're working with them, and we've helped to run these models inference on CPUs rather than GPUs. So that itself is a huge cost reduction. So that's essentially what we're doing today.
Mr. How your company stay ahead of trends in the AI and machine learning industries?
It is a huge challenge. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because the pace at which things are moving in the AI space is so dynamic, and you have to really keep yourself abreast with these technologies almost on an instant, near day-to-day basis. So we have a team that is purely focused on innovating and research and development, looking at all the research papers that are coming out almost on a daily basis, but also contributing to these research as well. And using that, we are able to ensure that all the technologies that we use are updated. Because otherwise, in a week, your product is no longer relevant.
What are the biggest challenges your company faced and how it overcome them?
So as a company, the biggest challenges we faced was obviously to help customers understand that there is a real need for the product. Yes. Because AI is such a new thing, people have just started, touching the tip of the iceberg. So when they think about AI today, they usually think about ChatGPT or, using some of these models to solve their problems. But then when you actually start implementing real scalable production grade solutions, you hit a lot of roadblocks. So what we're doing today with customers is to helping them with pilots, helping them, experience what it means to, run this thing using FoundationFlow. And they're seeing the actual benefits of it. The other challenge is obviously access to talent. So what we're doing is we're working with universities, we're hiring interns, we're actually training them and getting them up to speed as well. Because we also want to contribute to the economy and grow more or nurture more talent as well.
Mr. So where do you envision your company in the next 5 to 10 years?
So the next 5 years, I can't say beyond 5 years, it's too long a vision, but next 5 years we anticipate FoundationFlow to be the AI fabric for enterprises, and it's going to be a core system which all enterprises are going to use.
Mr. How has the UAE ecosystem supported companies like FoundationFlow?
So I must say I'm blessed to be part of the UAE. I've been here for more than a decade, and I've seen the evolution of the startup space and how companies have grown. In fact, this is not my first company in the UAE. I have another company, a couple of companies as well. And how UAE has actually helped specifically FoundationFlow is the strategy. So UAE is one of the countries which has a strategy for AI, and we have a minister for AI who is actually very pro and supportive of all the developments that are happening in the UAE. And of course, it's truly all credit goes to the visionaries and the rulers of the UAE. So I am blessed to have a very supportive ecosystem of entrepreneurs, companies, as well as investors who are actually supportive of what we are building out in the UAE.
Mr. In your opinion, will AI replace the human jobs?
It's a very controversial question. AI will definitely replace some jobs, but not all jobs. Yes. So when we started thinking about AI, we thought all the repetitive jobs would be replaced first. But if you look at the use of all these AI models, you see the creative tasks being done by AI, right? Be it image creation, painting, speech, writing articles. These are creative tasks which are being taken over by AI. Even software development is being built by AI. So the short answer is yes, it will replace, but it will also create a whole set of new jobs. This is the same thing which happened during the Industrial Revolution. It happened when steam engines were created. The same thing will happen here. It will create a lot of new jobs. But there are core things which are very human-centric that will not be replaced. So you still need a human in the loop. And that's a terminology that all enterprises are focusing on. Although there will be a lot of AI coming into play, there'll always be a human in the loop.
Could you mention some of the jobs maybe AI can replace it by a human?
Short answer, yes. Some jobs will be replaced, and it's already happening. So, in fact, Microsoft has already, if you look at the last year, they have let go of a lot of people and they have paused a lot of hiring as well. And it's because a lot of these jobs have been automated. But they're also hiring for newer skills. So you do need somebody to evaluate these models. You need somebody to create these workflows. So there'll be higher skill jobs that are in demand in the coming future.
It's a good option, you think?
It is a necessity. So as humans evolve, you need to look at a higher scale, value creation. And that's what happened. We started with building tools and, we started with fire and, we started evolving. Electricity came about, steam engines came about. AI is the next thing. So, it's not just about creating, poems and blogs, but about using that as your assistant. So today you have these AI agents being created for businesses. So in fact, if you think about how businesses are using AI today, they are using it for customer service, lead generation for companies. They're using it for law review, reviewing contracts. Students are using it today to help them aid in their study. So you can feed it a huge textbook and ask specific questions regarding the textbook. So there are a lot of advantages to using AI as well. It will replace some of the rudimentary stuff which humans used to do. It will free up your mind space. So, for a CEO as well, it can be an assistant to your company. So it can be a personal assistant, it can be a chief strategy officer for the company. All of those things can be what an AI can.
Mr. How are companies using AI in their businesses?
So different companies are using AI differently depending on the size of the company and how mature they are in terms of adopting AI. So a lot of the use cases that we see in businesses, even in the UAE, are using AI for, say, law review, taking a contract, reviewing it for any clauses that they may be concerned about, helping it with lead generation. So a lot of real estate companies have started using AI for lead generation. So you give it an ideal customer profile and you can, navigate and help sort out these things. There are voice agents as well. So we call them multi-model agents, not just text, but voice. So they can mimic, we can actually create a clone of your voice and use that to call out to customers and, generate leads. So there are ways in which this is being used today. Even in the creative community, you have AI influencers. In fact, there are case studies where AI influencers have generated millions of dollars in terms of revenue just by hacking the algorithm, just by knowing exactly what products to sell, where to sell.
Mr. According to your successful journey, how can you define success to us?
Success is not a destination. It's really a journey. And, you have to really experience everything that comes along the way, even the ups and downs. And it's only then that you truly experience and, feel the fulfillment of that success. So the end goal is not, just about, hitting a target, but it's about, growing with your team and building truly what your vision is. And that vision is always going to be a moving milestone.
Mr. So most of people are watching us are from the new generation and they see from your story a successful journey. So what's your advice to them through our camera?
So my advice to the new generation is to not just look at tools and skills that you need to work on. Yes, you need to look at AI as a core thing that you need to learn. Obviously, the core skills that you need are some programming skills as well as data science, but focus on problem solving. And that is the biggest advice that I can give everyone. Identify a core problem that you want to solve. And today you have a lot of these no-code platforms that are available, which will help you to build solutions around it.
Thank you for this advice, Mr. Finally, we conclude this meeting by a message from you to the UAE rulers and governments through our episode.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the rulers and the visionaries of UAE for creating such a welcoming environment for entrepreneurs and startups like us and ensuring that we are booming in this economy. Thank you.
Thank you for you too, Mr. for this amazing interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week and goodbye.